Sugarcane aphid is an invasive pest first detected in the U.S. and Florida in 1977. The insect was not considered a pest of sorghum until large infestations occurred in Texas in 2013. This new strain has since spread to many other sorghum-producing states, including South Carolina in 2014. The sugarcane aphid can range in color from gray to pale yellow and is generally the only major aphid found in sorghum. They reproduce asexually, leading to rapid population growth once established. Feeding from large infestations of sugarcane aphid can cause serious injury or kill susceptible sorghum plants. When feeding, they create a sticky substance called honeydew, which leads to subsequent growth of sooty mold and reduces overall photosynthesis. Under severe pressure, sugarcane aphid can lead to complete crop failure. At the Clemson University PD Research and Education Center in Florence, South Carolina, experiments are being conducted to develop integrated pest management strategies for sugarcane aphid.
A number of natural enemies can help to reduce population growth of sugarcane aphids, including predators such as lady beetles and lacewings. However, populations of sugarcane aphids can sometimes increase so rapidly during the season that other control tactics can be needed. And research at Clemson University over the past 5 years has aimed at developing a full range of management options for growers. To mitigate yield loss, we have assessed resistance to sugarcane aphids among a number of commercially available cultivars, both grain sorghum and forage sorghum. And fortunately, particularly for grain sorghum, there are a number of cultivars that are available with some levels of resistance. And choosing a hybrid with resistance is a key decision a grower can make to minimize both yield loss and the need to use an insecticide. So in addition to host plant resistance, here in this trial, we're looking at planting date as a potential cultural practice. We know that sugarcane aphids likely have to migrate every year from more southern regions in the US to South Carolina. And we think that if you plant earlier during the growing season, that may help to avoid peak populations that occur later in the season. However, this has not been evaluated yet in a replicated field trial, and this is what we're doing here. In the past, we have also evaluated economic thresholds and sampling plans, and this is to help growers make a decision as to whether they need to use an insecticide or not. In this trial, we're also evaluating whether an in-furrow application of a systemic insecticide can also help to reduce infestations. And this may be particularly useful in a high-risk situation where a grower may be using a susceptible cultivar and maybe planting a little bit later during the growing season. So we're emphasizing the value of using integrated pest management. In other words, a range of control tactics, including biological control, host plant resistance, cultural practices, and insecticides is needed to address this insect pest in a sustainable way to minimize both yield loss and the need to use insecticide.